everyone, I am Liana with Music Academy International Inc. and welcome to the greatest piano channel on the internet, period. So in this video, I'm gonna do question and answer series. Again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your question. I piled up here lots of questions from your emails and from Facebook and from Instagram and from the Patreon site. So we're having very important questions that needs to be answered correctly from my perspective. So I'm having here question number 1, how to find the right song for me? Good question. Number 2, how to set goals? Very good question. How to practice slow? That's a really good question. Slow and more slow. How to break up the score? Very important. Let's do that. What kind of teacher do I need? Do I need one? Okay, we will see. Then we're having here, how long should I practice? How to learn quick a piece? Okay, we all want quick. Yes, that's gonna come. What to practice in a session? That's good, in a practice session. Then we're having coordination exercises for beginners. Absolutely. Why should I play scales? We're gonna get through it. Why arpeggios and why versions? Why should I learn about arpeggio and inversions? What the heck are them? So we're gonna go there. Chord practice, practice exercise, and ultimately I have one more, classical pieces that I believe you should learn and why. Alright, you like that, right? So give me a like and let's get going with number 1. Welcome back. And I hope you did enjoy my part 1 with the most played and more requests and most requests and my favorite pieces on classical music that everybody should know it. You know, if you are a late beginners or intermediate, you should know it, or you know. So I'm continuing this series, you know, part 2 with my next 4. So number 4 on the list is the Clementi Sonatina Opus 36 number 1, Clementi, Museo Clementi. Very famous. Okay, you do have it. Again, I'm gonna try to leave a link. I think it's 3 or 4 parts, you know, in my playlist. You're gonna, so go my channel playlist and then tutorial, classical tutorial. I believe it's the entire sonatina, part 1, part 2 and part 3. Detailed tutorial how to practice this. But why I would like you, so you don't need to go, but why I would like you to do this, because you have a lot to work. So this is my this is a sonatina that usually I'm using. It's the first sonatina that I will give to a early intermediate student. I consider that you are just kind of intermediate right now, because you have a lot of stuff here. You do have you definitely start working your fingers. You do have coordination. You have patterns. Right. You have scales. You see G major scale. Then you have left hand Alberti bass. Right hand octaves. Scale. And then other exercises. You know, more exercises for right hand. So you do have coordination, you have Alberti bass. It's very, you know, metronome-like piece. And it's fun, it's light, and it's very enjoyable. So If you don't know how to do it and you want to hear it, go to my links and find it there and enjoy it. It's really a fun ride. All right. Right now we're going to number 5 on my list, and number 5 on my list is Chopin. I already talked a lot of Chopin. I love Chopin. I would say it's my favorite composer, even though I love Mozart, I love Beethoven, oh, I love Debussy, oh my God, and I'm okay with Bach though. Some other like, oh my God, really? Yes, yes, and I do love Chopin. We having the first waltz again. This is one of the first piece by Chopin that I'm giving to my students as well. So this is why I love to work on it, and they love it. There's a lot of stuff here. So it's this one. Alright, so and then goes. Alright, so again, you do have a full tutorial, 3 parts, 4 parts, I don't know, because I'm just videotaping. So in this tutorial, what you're gonna learn? You're gonna learn expression on the right hand, very important. Really, really starting right now, controlling the sound. Each finger to go crescendo, decrescendo, in between each finger. So it's not like, you want to do a crescendo and you start in piano and then all of a sudden you are in forte. No, it's gotta be gradually, one by one note to arrive in a forte. Then you will learn balancing the hands, the volume of the hands. This one, it's gonna be the prima ballerina or the soloist, with beautiful, and then the left hand, just practice. So doing an accompaniment on the left hand that is enhancing the right hand. It's a lot there to practice on. Really, really, really feeling it, the notes, and understanding how to create a beautiful music, not only. Oh my God, the dog is start crying. He's like, oh, I don't like that. And then you even have some technicality. Right? So you have a long arpeggio in which you will need to practice on it. And then you have here a lot of sharps to go. You practicing the pedaling, you finally starting practicing stretching the time and bring it back, stretch it and bring it back. So there are a lot of little things that if you really would like to do it, yes. So do listen to my tutorial because it's gonna be fun. Alright, so number 6 on the list. 6. Alright, so yeah, my number 6 pick is Moonlight Sonata. Yes, I think it's a beautiful sonata. I think you can learn a lot of it. It's obviously the famous one. And then here is the challenge. see what, again, I do have a full tutorial. It's one of my very earliest tutorial. I'm not remember if I actually talk about the notes, but I did talk about the interpretation and what is the history. It's a really cool history. So go and check it out, because actually Beethoven did not call this one Moonlight Sonata. It was given, this name was given by, and I'm not gonna tell you, go over there and check it out because it's a cool story. So I'm recommending you this for more like intermediate students, the real version for intermediate students, you know, because again, it's the balancing the hands, you know, to play really soft. And then actually the most hard part in this entire thing is not, is not the notes, what you're playing it, it's playing the pinky and the melody louder as a volume compared with all the other three notes here. You hear that one? And then, right? So this is the hardest part. So besides the point that you're learning again lots of chords, right? You're learning to balance in one hand two voices, and that is big because it's not an easy. But you know, by the way, it's hard to do it right hand louder, left hand piano. And on top of everything, right now you're doing one note, you're holding it, and it's really stronger than all the other three, because we don't want to be like that. It's really brutal. It's really, no, okay. So that's why, so this piece, it sounds easy, it's not as much. But if you are not an intermediate and you still want to do it, there are many other easy version of the sonata in which you still enjoying the song. Is not as hard to do it, you know. They're actually very early, you know, way how to do it, in which you're just playing this, and then the left hand is doing some chords on the left hand, you know, or, and then it's all transposed. Is not gonna be what is here, C sharp minor. It's gonna be, I don't know, I think it's A minor or something like that. So no sharps, no anything. So go and check it out. I did not do a video on that one, you know, the easy version, but I do know that they do exist. And usually I'm not doing it because I'm waiting for the student to really enjoy the real one. But go ahead and find one. So this would be my pick number 6, and stay with me because you're gonna be surprised on my pick number 7. It's not as hard. Literally. This is toccata in D minor, and this is the music that I would suggest to you. Okay, so it's, you know, by Bach, Johann Sebastian Bach, and it's a piano transcription by Alexander Cole. It's a really fun transcription. Okay, So why I picked this one, because sounds incredible hard, and it's not. Even a very early intermediate can play this one. This one is easier than waltz, the Chopin waltz, easier than the other one, the Moonlight Sonata, that number 6, and actually kind of a little bit easier or kind of the same as the Clementi Sonatina, but it sounds like it's like, oh my god, that's so hard, and it's definitely not. Okay, so what you're gonna learn, it's longer though. It's longer. It's definitely, I don't know, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages, something 6 pages, but it's not hard. So what you're gonna learn here, it's a lot of fingers exercise like in a Hanon. So it's like coordination. Then it's gonna repeat, and then can you see that? Same pattern. I will do a tutorial, believe me, I will do on this because it's way too fun. Then you're gonna learn, so you have, again, fingers exercise combined with chords, right? And then you have this part that, again, is coordination. It's so much fun to do it. The toccata part. You know, really fun to do it. Then you have towards end, you have again some kind of coordination. And here we are talking about diminished chords. So we're having an E diminished, you know. So it's a lot of fun and it's not hard, you know. And then you have another really fun part toward the end. So it's a lot of pedaling there. It feels like it's a big deal, and it's easier than Chopin waltz, and definitely easier than Moonlight Sonata. This one again, if you cannot read it, you know, it's the reading, it's tricky, you know. So ask somebody who can read it for you and just show it to you, because it's really easy to play. It's harder to read than actually to play it. And I promise you, some point soon, I have a little tiny bit more project before I'm getting into this. I will do a full tutorial with the full notes so you can enjoy it without even reading the notes, okay? And have fun with it, all right? So that being said, I hope that this was useful for you. You find the links into the description. Keep practicing, be happy, you know, and ask me questions, you know, for whatever. Please subscribe if you find this, useful. Go on Patreon, become part of my closest, you know, to my heart Patreon. On the Patreon, you will have the link into the description where actually I'm doing live Q&A every single month. So you might have some questions and I don't have time to reply to all of you. I definitely gonna be onto the Q&A. It's very little, like $10 a month subscription, not big deal. So see you when I see you on the next one.